CLM. It's not the disease. It's an art challenge made by the gods, bestowed upon my nuts. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna start. So for the comfortable challenge, it's chill and only do a warm up. I think. Nah, that was a different challenge for the last one. Like comfortable ratios. Golden ratios, rules of thirds, etc. So I've already used the rules of thirds a few times. I've never used the golden ratio, which is like the Fibonacci spiral or whatever. The thing that people put a spiral on the faces of like the Mona Lisa, for example, and I kind of don't understand that, but whatever. For mystery, draw hands for 3 hours or roll time. Right layer above everything you do. How am I supposed to draw hands if I can't see what I'm drawing? I can't change. This is so stupid. I'm drawing hands for 3 hours without knowing what I'm drawing, and I can't change the hue. Well, what's the point? Okay, that's it. You know, I like the first two challenges, not the last one. 3 hours, huh? All right.
Do it
Well,
anyways.
okay. Jesus. Okay, I'll do it. Fine. Okay, bye. See you in the next part. So for the warm ups, I just didn't want to do a talk over because it's very simple. I just drew circles and then lines, so I didn't do chicken scratches. So and that my arm is moving. I then did horizontal lines and vertical lines across the entire canvas, so that my arm keeps moving. And then I learned a new technique from a YouTube short to draw from imagination as a way to warm up and loosen your mind, so that you can use your imagination and your reference to get a better artwork. So that's what I did. I drew muscles because I feel confident in the anatomy for doing things from my imagination, because I usually just like to use references. And that's pretty much about it. And I also use this warm up to warm up for the learning part of this challenge. So let's go ahead and go to that part. Hello and welcome to the learning part of the CLM challenge. So here we are going to be doing ratios. I tried looking up the golden ratio, right? You know, the one with the Fibonacci spiral, but I feel like that was very complicated, and I didn't want to do the rule of thirds, so I just basically used, this is a little cheating, but I used the ratio of like a picture I found online. Quote unquote ratio. I didn't really measure it or anything. I just try to copy as close as possible. So I'll just explain it as we go. So 3, 2, 1, start. So I just added perspective lines because I looked up just a Japanese residential area, because I like the Japanese architecture, is really cool. So I'm not good at background, so I just use this excuse to do backgrounds and stuff. But I don't know. I just like the composition, and that's what ratios really are from the videos I watch. It's like trying to learn about composition stuff. So I just decided to just learn composition. You'll see that at some points I'll be adjusting the what do you call it? The focal point. There's a point where all the lines go to, because some of the buildings didn't really accurately go towards the point, so I just made adjustments to try to mimic it. I don't think I did well because I didn't redline. I should have redlined the reference picture before I started. Yeah, here I am adding windows. I try to add a lot more detail, because usually when I do backgrounds I don't add enough detail, so it kind of looks very plain. I think I did a decent job of that. I just don't like the coloring too much, because I was trying to mimic a coloring style from I don't want to, Noel Lemonade from Twitter. Trying to mimic that style with no tapered lines. I like the no tapered lines, but I don't think I did the coloring didn't as well. Kind of looks color bookish, so not too proud of it. I like the lines though. This building here I had trouble with. Oh, this is a different reference point, by the way, from the front buildings, or not reference point. Yeah, focal point. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called, the point of view dot thing. I don't like that building, but I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to bother with like trying to angle it too much. The focal point. Added some fences here. Didn't really add three-dimensional fences because I don't know, it didn't feel necessary. Plus the reference I was using for Noel Lemonade, it didn't look like the fences were too three-dimensional. But then again, the fences were facing towards us, so it's not like, you know, you would see the three-dimensional thing. That's what I was trying to say. This building I struggled a little bit with, but I got to a point where like I just copied basically the building in front of it, but made it lengthier. I definitely need to study more buildings more, and maybe I'll add that to the learning challenge because I don't think that's part of the array that I have with it. I like the lines here though, with that are going towards the focal point, and no one right there. I try to mimic like like the garage door esque thing, but more like I only used one reference by the way for the Noel Lemonade. I should definitely show more for it, but I guess I just wanted to do more so a building thing. But yeah, more like learning about the composition because I really like the composition of this video. Not this video. This reference I was using. Adding roofs, the roof here, add more details, like added the plating things. I've done tiles. Yep, I like the tiles. Like they look. When you look at one tile, it looks very messy. But like when you look at it all together, it looks like tiles. Yeah, I like the window there too. Yeah, I don't. It's not that I necessarily don't enjoy doing backgrounds. It's more so that I just don't know where to start. So I definitely need to look up art tutorials about it and just seeing how pro artists do it and copy what they do. This building right here that I'm working on, I definitely should have done the same perspective as the building to in front of it, because there's a little bit of issue when looking at the street that's a little off. That is, but you know, I don't know. A little too late, I guess. And here's why I talk about like adding details to that little thingy, my Bob satellite thing. I don't know what it's called. To add that, and then there's a sign thing there. I didn't add any words to it. Just wanted to keep it simple. The plans I kind of struggled with because the Noel Lemonade had them like as blotches, and I didn't know really how to do blotches. Which is dumb of me. I added poles here. If I add the details right there, you know. I was having issues with the perspective line causing it to be kind of not being vertical and going to the focal point, and I kind of I gave up at some points with the lines. I added a window here because I felt like it was a little empty, and I started coloring the plants. Tried to mimic Noel Lemonade's coloring style, but I don't think I did well at all. I think I just made a coloring book, honestly. But, you know, I think it's overall okay, that what I did. I'm not gonna harp too much about it, because like I feel like this is definitely a step up in the right direction for doing backgrounds for me. And I'm trying to remember that I don't know who said this, but this was a long time ago, about like how to do backgrounds is to like treat them as like a character, like how you would draw a character. So that's what I've been trying to do with this art piece, and I think that really did help, because it definitely feels kind of like a character to me. I'm not sure about what you viewers would say, but yeah, I don't know. The windows did give me a little bit of trouble, like the coloring. Felt like there was a little too dark compared to the light panels. Cause I didn't want to do too much detail because I want to keep it simplistic. Um, you can also see like some areas that are like have like dots and stuff are like overlapping lines. I didn't really bother too much because overall you can't really see it when you look at the overall picture. Of course, if you look in detail, it's like yeah, it's gonna look a little off. I also try to add a variety of colors, trying not to stick to one palette. So I try to add like browns, oranges, pinks, blues. I couldn't get enough yellow. I try to add yellow in this building, but I don't know if it's really that good. I also didn't really have much of a focal point, as in like where the viewer should look either. Didn't really have a plan, so I don't know. I think it was just the aesthetics I was trying to aim for. Also, didn't really do any like circles or like rounded edges in this because I didn't want to try that yet because I'm not very good at that either. I didn't try it, but most of it is not round. I think the pipe on the building behind the yellow house is rounded though, but it's only at the top where it rounds to the roof. I'm trying to add more colors here. I accidentally closed the canvas and then I had to reopen it. I added wires here because I felt like I needed to add stuff. In some senses, I guess I was trying to point the viewer to the left house because you can see the wires going towards it, but yeah. I tried using a grid to color, but it didn't really work out. I just did it manually. I also had to. I used the reference picture that for shading, and the reference picture wasn't in during like sunset, but I wanted to do sunset because I thought it would look pleasing. I didn't go into detail with the colors of the plants. I didn't like add the brown to the branches. But I don't know. It felt like there was enough warm colors, so I wanted to keep it have a little bit more cool. I added some highlights to the metallic part and added some yellows to make it bright, and I'll later add a gradient to make it so you can see the like a glow of the sun on the top left. And then I also used the airbrush to soften the shadows. I forgot to copy the shading and then use the filter and blur it a bit because I think that will make it a little popped a little more, but I didn't. But I did that. Oh well. You go do it for the final render, but yeah, that's it for the learning challenge overall. I think I did okay. I definitely learned a lot though, and I definitely want to incorporate this towards the comic because I think I like doing this art style more than trying to attempt realism because I am bad at the realism for backgrounds, and plus my coloring when you open the tone curve, ooh, it doesn't lean towards one side. This one, it did lean towards the right side, but it's not like there was only like one pillar. There was like multiple pillars, so I definitely learned a lot from this challenge, and I think it will help me towards the future. So yeah, we'll now move on to the misery challenge, and oh boy, that was awful. So for the misery part of the challenge, I did, well, the challenge was like a white layer on top of what I'm doing. I actually felt like I was going insane, so I only did an hour. I'll do another the next day after the video uploads and upload that, and then another one the day after, do a total of 3 hours. Because technically speaking, um, I didn't say 3 straight hours in the challenge, but like I don't know. I was planning to do 3 straight hours, but it was so miserable. Just trying to draw, but you can't see. And this is a bad idea that I just maybe I shouldn't have done it. I tried shading, and honestly, you just can't see anything at all. So this is what I did in an hour. Just gonna just skip through this, and then we'll talk about a little bit in a moment. So in the first like 10 minutes ish, I drew all this, and also I will be uploading the speed paint of it, but it's not like you're gonna know what's happening because the white canvas top. But I guess it's proof that I did it. But I mean, I feel like this is proof already. So I mean, this hand will turn out okay. I used references using the Clip Studio Paint 3D model, and then change the hands every now and then. I don't know what the plan was honestly, because I don't know. It's like, what are you supposed to do? So like, but it did make me feel very loose. I just wish I didn't shake, because you can just see that all of the hand architect is gone. Yeah, there's whatever this is. I don't know what happened here. I guess I accidentally switched to the pen by pressing D instead of Q for the pencil. This kind of looks like a Celestial from Marvel. Rest in peace, MCU. Like you have the eyes here. I don't know. I literally don't know what happened here. I don't know. This one just looks like a bottom mess. This is like a bird on top of the Celestial. You can kind of see a thumb right here, but I don't see where the fingers went at all. You can kind of see the palm here, and I guess these are the fingers here. So we move on to here. Don't mind this part. So the strategy that I was trying to do is like move the canvas like enough to where I'm not gonna be like basically putting the hands on top of each other, which did not work out at all. And we have a pointer finger here. I don't know what happened to this hand. Which finger is that? Is that the pinky or is that like the index? I can't tell. I don't know where the thumb is. Is the thing. It's just this is the pointer, I guess. Anyways, at some point I did try to draw the same hand over and over, but I guess it just got lost somewhere. I drew this sad face because this is like my breaking point. I was like, I had like the 15-minute mark, and I was like, so done. I just didn't know what was happening. I don't know. It's like staring at the white canvas. There's just something about staring at it and seeing nothing happening. Just irritating and I don't know, frustrating. But like, I guess in some sense that I was a bit loose. I don't know how this hand got big. I thought I was drawing small-ish. And I don't know how these fingers came about here. I'm not sure at all. AI art, right? I don't know if I really like it, but maybe it can like show like based on where my pen was, it could show like what was happening at the moment or something. I don't know. Maybe there's a program out there. Who knows? Anyways, something happened to where this pointer finger is just too far below the knuckles, and yeah, that happened. I don't know what happened here. I legit just don't know. I also drew like, because I was just getting tired of it. I drew like Dragon Ball Z spark bomb thingies. Let's see. I draw a finger here. I guess the pinky is just going backwards. I don't know why that's happening. This face turned out pretty good. I think this is out of all the hands. I think this is the best one, and then this one's pretty good too. This right hand here. I don't know what happened here. We're just gonna say that's a dead turkey or something. This one turned out well, but like there's no fingers on it, so like there was no point. It's just knuckles. This one turned out really good too. I guess I accidentally added 2 pinkies here because I think I forgot if I added a pinky or not. So I thought I didn't add a pinky, so I just added a pinky. So I guess we have 6 fingers here with the thumb, probably just perspective. I wrote nut because like you know me. Anyways, I think the shading here actually kind of turned out pretty decent. Actually, hit the marks. This is like the final part, like the last like what 5 minutes I did. I think it turned out well. I also drew an eyeball because I didn't know like the last minute because I just didn't want to draw another hand. Yeah, that's the misery challenge. There was not too much to this. Well, there was a lot to this in terms of my pain for this CLM challenge, but for you guys, for you scholars, wasn't too much. So yeah, that's it for the CLM challenge, and I hope to see you all next week.